Jai Hind guys, and let's discuss today about Indian Territorial Army and Civil Defense. Well, the background, as all of you must know, after the Pahalgam terror attack, there was Operation Sindoor carried out by Indian Army, and after Operation Sindoor, it has been cowardly act of Pakistan attacking Indian positions continuously for the last 4 days. They are using drones and missile strikes on Indian cities, but thanks to S-400. Well, along with that, what is India's response? To neutralize the Pakistan force, we have demonstrated our strong defense system. Along with that, the military and paramilitary advantages that we have in manpower and technology. That is also very important. And the civilian preparedness. Yes, in high tension scenarios like we are having right now, the civil defense and the territorial army becomes very crucial. And what actually are they? What is civil defense? Well, introduced in the year 1941 during the World War II, formalized by the Civil Defense Act of 1968. What was its purpose, guys? Well, its purpose was to protect civilians and infrastructure during war, natural disasters, and enemy attacks, and also to maintain essential services like electricity, water, and transport. Authority: the state government empowers through civil defense rules to implement the enforced measures and typical functions. What are these? To conduct the air raid drills, the blackouts, organize evacuation plans, and as well as the emergency responses. Civil defense in current context, let's try to understand. It was activated in May 2025. Ministry of Home Affairs activated emergency power under the Civil Defense Act. National mobilization. Protocols rolled out across the states and the union territories. Now the coordination part, working with the police, with the fire departments, with the NDRF team, with hospitals, and also with the local authorities. We are having the mock drills for air raids, bunker uses and evacuations, as well as for the public awareness campaigns. This civil defense is in current scenario being used. 1962, we had civil defense playing a very key role while the India-China war. 1965 and 71 also we see them in action. Post 65 for strengthening of legal and operational frameworks and modern role. What is the modern role of this civil defense? It is used in India's disaster management ecosystem, that is NDMA, National Disaster Management Authority. Director of Civil Defense, and what are the key responsibilities of it? Let's see. Policy making, draft and enforce state level civil defense strategies. Coordination, we have the coordination supervised with civil defense, home guards, fire services. Training, build volunteer capacity and run public drills. The preparedness oversight is plan and execute mock disasters. Central, we have with the Home Ministry and local government bodies, and public outreach, spread awareness campaigns and ensure protocol compliance, guys. Now, recently we have this Chandigarh DM's order. Okay, and after the order, well, it was very pleasant sight to see all the civilians running to join as the defense volunteers. That shows the unity, that shows the love, that shows the patriotism, that shows the I'm getting quite emotional. Let's not get into that. Well, the call for the volunteers by the Chandigarh DM, May 10, 10:30 am, Tagore Theatre, that's in Chandigarh. All citizens age 18 plus, they can contact here. The purpose exclusively was for the first aid, evacuation and firefighting. Additional measures will be for the night curfews from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. guys, sorry. Closure of public spaces and banning firecrackers, and Chandigarh airport will be closed till May 15. Okay, so public don't get into panic, and the government, the state government, the central government want that the rumors should be avoided. So This civil defense plays a very great role in that, and the role will be rescue and evacuation, always at the time of bombings, fires and disasters, medical aid to be provided, and then we will have the fire safety, where you will know how to operate the extinguishers and control fire breakouts, then trauma counseling, if or when the psychological support is required, public guidance, guys, instructing if the air raid sirens goes, how to do the blackouts and all, training participation, and as well as the collaboration work with the NDRF, police and emergency services. What is this Indian Territorial Army? We have seen the civil defense. Now let's talk about the Territorial Army. It's a part-time volunteer reserve force of the Indian Army. Okay, after our independence in 1947, 1948, the act was passed, Territorial Army Act was passed, and in 1949 it has been established. Okay, what is the eligibility criteria? Civilians with regular jobs can volunteer to serve. The age is to be 18 to 42, and along with that you must have the physical standards which are required, as well as the educational qualifications required. Now, what are the functions? Provide support during the natural calamities, national emergencies or internal security threats, assist in relief operations, logistics and area control. 2025 to 28 currently embodied due to escalated military situations with Pakistan. Okay, Territorial's Army's role in current conflict, what is that? Deployment is in all 14 battalions, around 14,000 personnel currently mobilized. Assist Army in border security, logistic, transport and communication. So mainly try to understand, when Army goes to the border or when there is a real war-like situation, so wherever the Army was placed before, you need someone at that place, because now the Army is moving to the borders, or we are in a war-like situation. So for at that time this Territorial Army takes the place. Okay, some very notable members starting from MS Dhoni, Mohanlal, Kapil Dev. Even if I like to say the politicians like Anurag Thakur, you have Sachin Pilot, all these are honorary officers, okay, of Territorial Army. Shift to active duty, volunteers are functioning in full-time capacity. Okay, guys, with that I'd like to inform you, we are running mentorship program for TSPSC 2025-2026, and one great feature if I talk about, it's about one-on-one live mentorship by Deepika ma'am. And if you have the live mentorship for any exam or for anything in your life, you are going to crack it for sure. So you can call on these numbers given below and inquire about the same. We are also running the batches for TSPSC Group 1 and Group 2 for free demo classes, guys. You don't have to give money for it. You just need to give a call, and then you can do the classes, and as per your own comfort you can continue. Okay, let's continue our topic, India's military advantage. What is India's military advantage at that time? We have 14.7 lakh active military. Well, that's a whooping number, guys. 16 lakh paramilitary, that's CRPF, BSF, ITBP, etc. Technology age, we have Sukhoi, we have Rafale jets, we have Apache helicopters, we have BrahMos missiles, which we have not yet used. What Pakistan is doing? Air defense deployment of S-400 missile systems, we have seen how effective they are. Effective interception of recent Pakistani UAVs and missile launches, all of us have already seen that. And integrated warfare capability, then that's very important, synergy between Army, Navy, Air Force and the cyber commands. This is something in our advantage. Let's see what's the difference between the Territorial Army and the regular Indian Army. When you talk about the regular Indian Army, full-time and career-based soldiers, okay, but here when we talk about the Territorial Army, those are the part-time volunteers. So when you see that regular Indian Army, continuous combat, readiness and deployment, these serve for 2 months, okay, in a year, except when it is necessarily required, it can be extended. Trained in complex military operations, because obviously they have to go to wars. But here we'll see that they focus on static duties, logistics, support operations. Primary role is national defense and war strategies. We are very proud of our Indian Army, but Along with being proud for Indian Army, we are also proud for the Territorial Army too. Act as reserve force during national emergencies, okay, like we have now. NDRF Academy volunteers in war-like situations. Training Institute is National Disaster Response Force Academy. Deployment across India in high-risk zones. Conduct rescue operations. They provide medical and psychological support. Run realistic drills to stimulate wartime conditions. What are their contributions? Work behind the scenes to save lives and maintain public order. Okay, so civil defense and territorial army, what are the key takeaways for us? Civil defense ensures civilian safety first, the infrastructure protection and the continuity of services. Okay, that's the role of civil defense. Territorial army act as a strategic reserve, boosting force capacity without full-time recruitment. Okay, so that's why when you talk about their motto, it's vigilance and valor. Okay, synergist role, that is together they form the non-conventional backbone of national defense during crisis. Current readiness reflects a nationwide efforts towards war preparedness and civilian engagement. So we are into the conclusion, guys. Regular armed forces along with the territorial army, along with the civil defense mechanism, civil participation is now a strategic imperative. Okay, and the preparedness must combine military might, volunteer force engagement, public cooperation. National security is a shared responsibility, not just the military. We are very proud of our military, but we as citizens should also contribute to it. And no matter what, in no matter which way you can, we need to contribute. It's wartime, we need to support for our nation, and it's not required. It's really not required because Pakistan is already begging. But still, it's our nation, we are Indians, and we support the Indian Army. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. We'll meet again, guys.